I think we're currently tailgating before the big game. And the big game starts in 3 weeks' time when this comment period for China expires on these proposed $200 billion in tariffs. So what you're seeing today could be the start of something a hell of a lot worse or significantly better. But the outcome, in my opinion, is going to be binary as regards to what the U.S. and China do in September. My personal sense is that I think that we'll see the U.S. and China come to some kind of arrangement. It's becoming very clear that the polls for the president are starting to be affected by tariffs, and we know the midterms are coming. But, you know, when you see a move like today, Scott, you've got to take real note, and you've got to say, look, you know, Gary Cohn resigned in March because he warned the president about tariffs. This is what happens when you play the tariff game. And I think the market's saying, guys, we've had enough. And, you know, we know Turkey had an issue, and it was exacerbated by what happened last Friday. But no, to me, this is all about China in 3 weeks' time, and they either get to the table and get something done, or this market's going to have a very serious problem.
So you still think this is predominantly trade-driven, but what about the dramatic moves, Paul, that we've seen in dollar strength and emerging market currency weakness?
I think what we're seeing with those moves, Scott, is a reflection of the fact that currencies are a reflection to what Josh said about how expectations are going to be. Well, when you're having to raise interest rates to defend your currency and you've got the threat of more tariffs globally, Mexico, LATAM, Asia, etc., when you've got the big guy in the room, the U.S., threatening the world on more tariffs and becoming very unpredictable in the tweeting and the discussions, you're in a situation then where emerging markets come under real pressure, and hence this term contagion today, I think, is very real. It could be the start of something. So, no, what happens is the dollar becomes the big boy in the room, and that's not necessarily a good thing, you know, on a short-term basis because of uncertainty. On a long-term basis, I think that places like Europe are going to probably celebrate the fact that they can be exporting off a 113 euro. But if we don't get China sorted out, this dollar strength is going to continue.